Get pumped. Get pumped. Come on. Come on. All right, today on Unpacked, we are going to look at something a little different. Not something we normally look at. Rather than look at brands that are intentionally e-com, or some unique product out there, we're going to look at a brand that is very much retail. Not just retail, but very much high fashion. And see how their unboxing experience compares and see what we can learn from them, if anything. So let's dig in. All right, so the brand that we are going to look at today is blank. This is where we need to start. We need to talk a little bit about why there is nothing on the box. Because this brand, while this product inside is not incredibly expensive, this is probably the cheapest thing they sell. The brand is notoriously expensive. And so there is nothing on the outside of the box apart from delivery courier direct signature required. They're not, do not leave package unless completed. So really, they are not allowing the couriers the drivers to just leave stuff out on the doorstep. That's because these things are historically expensive. And so there is absolutely no writing on the outside of the box. There are major privacy and porch piracy concerns around brands like this that have very expensive product. There is security tape saying if the lines don't match, check contents before. So, you know, just these two things alone tell you that the product is likely expensive inside. Not ours. All right, so let's open it and see what is inside. All right, first thing you're going to notice is the name. So this is, as the box says, Gucci. And just cool your jets. I know you're going to say, woo, I splurged. We spent like 30 bucks on what's inside this box. And so my expectations are not incredibly high, although I did take a peek at some of the other online unboxing of other products, and this is pretty similar. So I'm really curious to kind of get everybody's feedback on, you know, is this the type of experience that this brand should have? I will tell you right now, this is a large box for what we got. There's just some crinkled paper dunnage, a little bit more. And then what we have in here is two things. First, an envelope that says Gucci on it. And then a bag that also says Gucci on it. Let's see what is inside this envelope. A return label, a card, a little thank you card, really a customer service support card. And then a letter that just talks about how to return. Really, that's it. Let's take a look at this. So you'll see here in a second, this is a fair amount of packaging for what's inside, but I want to get your thoughts about the experience. All right, so we have this bag, and I believe this is the same bag they use in retail, if I'm not mistaken. Just has some, you know, some nylon strap handles to it. Nothing crazy, just some ribbon. And then there's a little bow that's tied here. So if we undo that bow and pull this bag open, which is actually something really rigid in the top of this bag. It's a very nice bag. Inside of that, we've got a Ziploc bag with our product inside. This is a bottle of nail polish and a Dorothy turquoise nail polish there, if you can see that. I mean, a premium little box. It has some of the same, which I should have mentioned. This has a like a vertical, very tight vertical ribbed pattern on it. That same thing is here on the nail polish box. And then if we open this up, it's just a simple paperboard tuck box. It's nothing crazy. Inside of that, we have a very pretty little glass jar with just a plastic lid on it. And again, this is a nail polish. So about what you would expect from a nail polish. I don't know that I can knock them really hard for their choices of packaging or the volume of packaging. I think it's interesting, you know, for a brand who has any selection of product, of which you can buy any assortment of that selection of product, getting the right box suite and sizes of boxes that can really optimize something as small as this and something as, you know, big as a large handbag or a suitcase, or, you know, I don't know all of the products, but clothing and apparel and all those things, there's a lot of options and selection. And so, you know, they, through their own algorithms, and some brands are more complicated than others, they may not really run all of that, but they have to choose a number of box sizes, and that may be 3, that may be 6, 9, a dozen, I don't know. But I imagine theirs is not a lot. You know, they probably have a handful of box sizes, and they're optimized to typically, you know, the largest volume percentage of orders. So if most of the orders they have are 3 items, there's 1 clothing item and 2 cosmetics, like all of those things factor into how you size a box suite. And so this order of 1 bottle of nail polish may be a complete anomaly, and they very seldom ship something like this. It's a lot of packaging for a bottle of nail polish, but yeah, I think I'm more looking at, what is this experience like? Does this feel like a premium brand? Disguised box, I would expect. The retail bag is an interesting touch. The Ziploc bag is probably not the most premium of things, but yeah, it is a lot. And yeah, I'm curious to hear your thoughts or other premium brand unboxings where a high fashion brand maybe has taken their product from retail into e-com. And curious to hear what experiences you've had with that. I don't typically buy a lot of high fashion items, so I have not seen what too many of them offer. But yeah, I think there are things they could absolutely do better. There are some sustainability things they could tackle. There's a few experience things they could go after. But yeah, I also empathize and understand when a brand has to compromise on an anomaly order, like 1 small bottle of something. And this may not be the optimal experience for that. So leave your comments, tell me what you think of this packaging and what other stuff we should tackle. And yeah, I'm going to not paint my nails. That's Unpacked.